All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachak, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone and Ruel. Peace and blessings to the sincere Akim out here doing this work in truth and sincerity. Shalom and salutations. Out here, live Saturday. All right. Just going to do this video real quick. Basically on how the women of this society are totally off. All right. And I was going to entitle it it's all good until it's not. You know, it's all good until it's not. Okay? Because the women of this society, I was actually out at the Cretan last night downtown, and I said, you women are going to get humbled. You walk around here pridefully with your head in the clouds. It's going to come a time real soon where that's not going to be so. All right? You're going to have to actually come shamefaced. All right? And, of course, the women bucked up and told me, fuck me, you know, fuck you, and I don't know what I'm talking about, and all this crap. You're going to come to the realization that the men of the Lord, we actually want you women to be in order. But realistically, that's not going to happen. Why? Because you have too many, it's too much in your favor on this side. This is Proverbs 31:10. This is actually a pretty good day out here. Sometimes I jog around this park. It's actually I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's like a zoo or / aquarium on the other side of this park. Which, through the Spirit, Lord willing, I could probably do a lesson on something like that, you know. Basketball court, things of that nature. Proverbs 31:10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. All right, so who can find a virtuous woman? What's a virtuous woman? A woman that's dedicated to her family. First and foremost, her husband. But the question states, who can find one? And this was mainly, even back then, but mainly now, I would say it's very hard to find one. Because the scriptures say, whoever getteth a wife, findeth a good thing. All right, so a woman who's actually all about her family, builds her family up, makes sacrifices, is loyal. You don't have that here, especially with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You women, y'all not about that. The women around my age, I'm 29, they're all about chasing the bag. They're all about getting what I can get from a nigga and bouncing. There's a song that goes, get that bread, get that head, and leave. You know, it's basically women now telling you what they're all about. I got my apocrypha. Yeah. So they're telling you what they're all about. What are they about? Narcissism. And narcissism is the lack of empathy. Definition pretty much goes into the lack of empathy. And most of them are narcissists, and some of them are borderline sociopaths and psychopaths. Okay? They are. And they don't care. They don't care what happens to you or what they do to you. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 26 and 23. I'll start at 22. A harlot shall be accounted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. Verse 23, a wicked woman is given unto a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. That's right. That's right, man. So a lot of times you see these in the world where a woman commits adultery and a man, you know, he's cutting up and making videos, and we've seen countless videos like that. It's because he ain't right and she ain't right either. So the Lord makes it to where it's two peas in a pod. You know what I'm saying? So they're both of them are doing wickedness. So what's going to come out of that? Wickedness. Now, there's women who come against us in this truth, and I didn't really understand the dynamic of how wicked they were until this truth, having women in this truth, because it's a difference between having women in the world and having women in the truth. It's a whole different dynamic, you know. A lot of them are secretly jealous of you and envious of you. They don't think you're a man of the Lord. They don't think the Lord's dealing with us. But unbeknownst to them, that the Lord is actually dealing. So this is verse 24. Back in Ecclesiastes 26, it says, a dishonest woman contendeth shame, but an honest woman will reverse her husband. Right? Oh, revere her husband. Basically having respect. I would like to look up the definition of that maybe after this, and then I could probably post it in the comment section. Verse 25, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. So we know the shameless woman, that's a female dog, which, breaking down in layman's terms, is a bitch. You know, you see that with the nigger woman, bitch this, you know. They're actually being self-proclaimed bitches now. Why? Because they ain't right worth a damn. It says, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. And really, if you want to go down to it, her Lord is you. Okay? Her Lord is you. And I'll get the precept to prove it. Verse 26, a woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all. But she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. All right, so the scriptures also say there should be no whore amongst Israel. But you see our women doing that, selling pussy at an all-time high. And just sleeping around and wasting their youth on Pookie and Ray Ray. Okay, the same women the same guys that she talking about, I never, you know, they ain't my type. This some dumb, dusty ass niggas. That's who she likes, actually. The same guys that she shuns and says that's not her type, that's her type. Why? Because women are double-minded. They're double-minded and they're dishonest and they're liars. So that's the same traits of the devil. Now, are they the devil? That's up to you to make your discretion. Okay? And we correct our women a lot, but oftentimes it falls on deaf ears. 1 Corinthians 11:3. Like the woman I was dealing with, total demon. And they still watch your channel, and they watch everything you do. They hardly comment or say anything. And they're either seeing if you're going to fall or you're going to come to your demise, or they're just watching just to cast their judgment, whatever the case may be. But that's just how ain't right they is. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord's actually going to judge them harshly. 1 Corinthians 11:3. Because this is the scripture that I called earlier. It says, "But I would have have you know that the head of every man is Mashiach Yahushai." So the head of us is the head of us is Yahushai. We take our orders. Our boss is Yahushai. And let's see what else it says. It says, "And the head of the woman is the man, and the head of a Mashiach is Yahweh." So it goes children, women, men, Yahushai, Yahweh. That's the proper order, how things go. But due to feminism and the society, these women want authority over you. They give you ultimatums and things of that nature. That's why they like Pookie and Ray Ray, because they can have authority and power over them and control and talk all type of ways to them. Most of them don't like me because I actually stand my ground, and I tell them how it is. They don't like that. They absolutely don't. I'll read a little bit more. Verse 4, "Every man prophesying, or praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head. But every woman that prayeth or prophesies with her head uncovered, dishonoreth her head. For that is even all one, as if were shaven." A lot of women proclaim to be daughters of Sarah, or whatever the hell they want to call it. They I was about to say, they have their head covered, and you see them on the YouTube. Their avatar is with their head covered, like they're, you know, down for this truth. They ain't really. A lot of them aren't really, because you really don't. I'm just speaking as as a man. If you're a woman being converted, you won't want to be seen like that. I get it that you're probably looking for a man of the Lord and all this. You got to be very careful. A lot of times they're fucking demons, man. Okay? Verse 6, "For if the woman be not converted, let her also be shorn. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of the Most High Yahweh, but the woman is the glory of the man." Okay? And you're gonna come to find out when you start dealing with them, man, they fucking embarrass you, man. These fucking bitches embarrass you, bro. Arguing in public, all right? Pitting your children against you. It gets so deep, they'll act like they got, they're got an abortion and shit. "Oh, I'm pregnant." Shit happened to me, man. "Oh, I got the abortion. Don't worry about it." It's actually, like I said, when you do the psychology of narcissism, it's to create a soul tie. It's to create a soul tie with you, so you feel obligated to continue to deal with this demon, man. You know, and the Lord is going to come and visit you women, man. Especially those who've done us wrong through the spirit and basically went renegade. If we're actually the elect and the men of the Lord, you're gonna pay a price, a heavy one. And I don't feel no type of way, because we are actually dealing with you in hopes of getting you, some of you. Now, if you just got something, you know, for recreation, that's cool too. This is the 1 Timothy 5 and 14. 1 Timothy 5 and 14. And it reads, I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. Okay? So back in the ancient world, we would have older women. They would teach the younger women how to do the housely duties and womanly duties. So once the father marries the daughter off, she will be already trained up that way. The women of society, they're not trained up to be a wife. These women have a lot of trauma with their family. They mothers, they fathers, they whole families. They have no clue on how to actually deal with the man in a household on that type of dynamic. That's why the marriage rate is so high of divorce, and most of our women are single, and that's just the truth. That's just where we at with it, man. Okay. So, got a few more and then I'll wrap it up. And I'm gonna make some space on my phone. This is an iPhone 13 mini, and I use like a lot of space on it. So I'm gonna do my best to make some space, or get a second phone or a third phone, you know, get something so I can actually do more recording through the Spirit. This is yeah, Ecclesiastes 25. Right, I'll start at 16. I'd rather dwell with the lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. All right, that's a very crazy situation, man. You live with a woman, you know first forehand. Don't let that be her shit. And it's her lease. She'll say that it's us, both of our spots, but her name's on the lease, and don't even do it. That's why the apostles and elders, Apostle Har says, if you got a woman, don't live with her. All right, she'll really put the yoke on you, man. She'll really get to where you don't have any time for the Lord, or you won't even have the energy to do anything for the Lord. You reading and she trying to hurry you up, you doing some studying. It's just, this is verse Ecclesiastes 25 and 17. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face, and darketh her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, it shall sigh bitterly. Right, you're stopping by the bar on the way home just to cope. If you got to sit outside your house and think about before you go in the house, you're in a bad situation, man. Because you know she's gonna be on that. Don't think she not. Don't think you just gonna have everything gonna be smooth and everything normal. They want to create chaos because they're agents of chaos. Verse 18, husbands shall sit. Verse 19, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. So if everything I'm saying lines up with this verse, especially if we have children with her, you'll see the wickedness you see the wickedness, because you're going to have trouble in the flesh, regardless. You know, like I said, there's difference between the world having a relationship and then it's truth. Verse, this is the latter part of 19. Verse 19 says, let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. So I thank the Lord that the Lord let me escape a lot of these women, because I felt like my soul was getting came against. Like I felt like, you know, it's really devastating, you know, dealing with these women, how they play it. But due to the fact that the Lord finds favor in what we're doing, he lets us escape these things. Okay. I got a few more. Verse 21, I'll jump to verse 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for her pleasure. So that's what is called tender rotted. I ain't gonna say the word, you know, but you know, that's what that is. I'm actually looking at a few women right now. They're very scantily dressed, scantily clad, and I see their butt cheeks right now bending over. It's wicked. I got one more and I'll wrap it up. It's 1 Corinthians 7:29. Then they'll look at you because you're looking at them. Fuck. What are you talking about? This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 29. And they actually don't know how to dress properly, because you tell them, like, why are you wearing that? Or, you know, you see what you got on, and they'll just be like, think it's okay. And it's like I got a phone call. You know, I won't go anywhere with a woman if she's dressed a certain way and she thinks she got that shit on or whatever. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7:29. It says, but I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both that they that have wives be as though they had none. So, right, our daily operation, we go about it as if we don't even have a wife. You know, we go about it as if it's just us, because at the end of the day, it's really just you. You got guys that'll put the be in that position, of being more servitude to the woman, because what if she turns renegade and leaves out the blue? Or even when Jacob's trouble come and that thing come that she gonna take. This is what all about building yourselves up and building yourself up for that time to understand that that's gonna come. You know, that you're gonna be faced with that decision to make. Because Lot's wife, I should have actually got that. Lot's wife looked back because she still had some type of attachment to that world, and her ass got cooked, you know. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. All right, edifying, and you brothers took something away from it. So I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem Ruach, double honor to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the sincere Akim out there. Shalom.